I've received positive feedback regarding the old Attention Retainer 3000, so I guess it's here to stay. Like and sub if you'd like me to upgrade to a better television. Also follow my TikTok because I post these shorter videos earlier over there. Award shows are events where the most talented people in a given industry come to pay respect to the hard work and talent required for success, or at least that's what's supposed to happen. Now, I might sound like a schizoid, but when 90% of the voting power is held by a arbitrary jury, you may be forgiven for assuming or inferencing that these award shows might be somewhat bought and paid for, or at the very least, weighted in someone's favor. For instance, the Game Awards. The Game Awards are supposed to be the big cheese, alright? This is our version of the Grammys or the Oscars, our Golden Globe. So when the final contestants come up for Game of the Year and I see a mobile game, a DLC, and a PlayStation exclusive, please tell me I'm not the only one shaking my head. Realistically, there was only one game here that really deserved to win. And that's Concord, baby! Get my boy Concord up there, bro. Where's my boy Concord? If you said that it was the PlayStation exclusive platformer, you'd be right. And in my opinion, I'm gonna do a bit of reaching here, but I think the only reason that Astrobot took Game of the Year was because the average games journalist has the mechanical skill of a cardboard tube and the IQ of a butt plug. Or maybe it's the other way around. Not saying that Astrobot is a bad game, but I mean, come on. According to the website, the public only accounts for around 10% of voting power. This shit is even more stupid than the American Electoral College, because at least the popular vote matches the electoral vote most of the time. But here, hypothetically, if the majority of people like playing Fortnite, but the majority of the people in the 90% who have much more voting power are middle-aged women who only play games on their way to work, then guess what? Candy Crush is taking that shit with a fucking landslide. See the issue? It's not democratic, it's not transparent. They can, and I argue would, use this to gas up any game that they want to. I'm not saying that they have, but hypothetically, if they showed a big enough box of cash, it could happen. And that's the problem. Would you really put it past EA to do some shit like this? You wouldn't. Don't lie to me. Regardless, we all know that this shit is probably bought and paid for. I don't know about y'all, but I'm here for the ads. So what do we get there? A bunch of cozy games. Alright, nice. I'm always down for some cozy games. I dabble in a little bit of Animal Crossing. I'm not sure if Cult of the Lamb really counts as a cozy game. A smidge of Doom Eternal, Ultra Nightmare. Nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? What else? Is that an AI-generated cat game? Is that a bald-headed bitch with so many brand name items that I'm surprised that she isn't driving a fucking spaceship made by Porsche? Hey yo, what the fuck? I'm tired of this, bro. This shit is ass. Bring in the real Game Awards. Let's see what's going on over there. Is the grass greener on that side? Holy fuck. No corporate sponsorships? My vote matters just as much as everybody else? Guys, I think we've made a breakthrough. Now, people who enjoy Geoff Keighley's Game Awards might argue that despite the jury taking up 90% of voting power, at least his Game Awards allow you to vote for free. And yes, I agree. But first, the real Game Awards are sponsor-free. All of the money comes from the base revenue of the site, streaming it, and fans buying the opportunity to vote. And it's not like voting is expensive. I guarantee you that you've spent more money on a single Fortnite skin than buying into this event. Also, even with the paywall, people were way happier and felt more represented by this show. Ultimately, the saddest thing about this entire situation is that an award show where you have to pay to make your voice heard is genuinely preferable to the free option, because you know that at least this way, your vote will mean something. And people tried to tear down this event by bringing it into, the whole culture war nonsense, people saying that the event was anti-woke, even though there were a bunch of games made by, minorities, LGBTQ people. I remember that a specific game that was shown off at the event, or mentioned at the event, was Sulaco, which is a game that has an LGBTQ developer. And instead of taking this publicity, the people who made Sulaco said that they didn't want to be associated with that event. And I mean, that's fine, but it's kind of a dick move. They're giving you free publicity, and the least you could do is say thank you. But for some reason, people didn't want to interact with this one. So what we have now is the Game Awards and the real Game Awards, and now there's all this culture war nonsense mixed up in it, and I really don't think that's how it's supposed to be, I'm going off script here, but in my opinion, I don't think we should be going to one of these based on whether it's woke, quote unquote, or anti-woke. I think the first and foremost, should be how well it represents gaming as a whole. And this year, I'm sorry, but the Real Game Awards took it in a fucking landslide. People felt a lot more represented by that one, not by the Geoff Keighley Game Awards. Ultimately, these award shows have become something that they're really not supposed to be. The Real Game Awards was closer to what Game Awards was supposed to be, but I think that at the end of the day, one day, maybe, we might be able to have best of both worlds. I think it would be great if we could have an award show where, you know, it wasn't just 90% ads, and we could just go to celebrate good games, and 90% of the voting power wasn't held by people who, you know, may or may not have an agenda towards the right or the left, but I guess that's just how it has to be. So yeah, this is a little bit more chill than my normal rants, but that's all for now. See ya.
This a 2G Glock. On the phone finna catch this 2G pop. I'm on tour pouring up every pit stop. Nigga reach for this chain, get his shit pop.